Thank you, Sahani sir.
Yeah.
Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. This is the 1294th day of continuous webinar conducted by International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy. Today, our guest is Professor Dr. RAMABHAI AMBARAM Patel, that is Dr. R.A. Patel. Let us begin the session with 1 minute silent prayer. As you all know that the International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy is conducting 3 regular sessions every day from 7 to 8 p.m. We have our Hindi session. 8 to 9 we have the international session in English, and 9 to 10 we have a local language session in Malayalam. Today our guest is Professor Dr. R.A. Patel. Sir has completed his MD in homeopathy and GCEH and AVV-AR. He is the former Principal and Hospital Superintendent and Director of Pioneer Medical Campus, Ajwa, Vadodara, Gujarat. Sir was the former head of the Department of Surgery and head of the Department of Surgery for about 16 years, and worked as full-time principal for about 11 years, and serves as teaching faculty by GCEH Gwalior, teaching faculty at NIH Calcutta, teaching at Amaravati, Ahmedabad, Jhansi, and sir has presented various papers nationally as well as internationally and visited University, Germany for research purposes. Today, sir will be discussing about the historical perspectives of temperament comparable in homeopathy, and it has 2 parts. Today, sir will be presenting the first part, and we can have the second part later as per our convenience. So let us invite our beloved Professor R.A. Patel sir to this session. Welcome, sir.
So, sir? Yes,
sir.
Dr. Patel, Dr. Patel can now start. Dr. Patel, you can start.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, you can start.
I am available, sir. Can you
listen
listen me?
Yes, sir.
Now you can start.
Am I audible?
Yes,
you
sir.
are audible, and your PPT is also visible.
Yes, sir. Now, this lecture, this subject is something totally different than usual. So I have to present it through only picture sharing. So can I start, sir?
You can start, sir. You can continue, sir.
Sir, okay. Now, see, this is the special subject, that historical perspective of temperaments and its comparable in homeopathy. So in homeopathy practice and in practitioners, we are finding very little people who are following the temperaments. But as per my study, if the temperament subject is also given importance, it will add to the decision of the miasms, and it seems to be a good guide for the homeopaths. But before that, let us go for the historical part. Homeopathy is a new science, but as the other medical science of other countries, they have made very good use of these temperaments, especially for recognition of patient's body and mind both. But before that, let me have some few words about when we are proceeding for studying a patient, and before prescription, it is just my advice that we should follow some common rules, like everyone knows in India that athaha mana tathaha sharira, means what is the body is that mind, or what is the mind is that body, vice versa. Secondly, every food is medicine, and third, disease when it is caused from the kitchen, there are many which I have found out that can be cured in kitchen. The rest, dietary regime and regulation, control over that. Third is, there is no masteropathy which covers all the diseases in all the also, and there are so many prominent pathies which have their own role in the cure of the patient. Then, without understanding man in health, it will be difficult to frame a proper prescription. And there was a study of man in health in homeopathy. I think or it has been removed. And on that, in MBBS study, now Government of India has introduced this a small study of Ayurveda. Many people do not know what is Ayurveda. There are basic principles of health, man in health, and they are so nice philosophy. So government has done very nice. I think later on the practitioner will understand the philosophy of the disease also. And too much of use, very less use, no use and wrong use of any organ of the body is the cause of the disease. That should be kept in mind, and we should inquire accordingly. Now we are following a European science, which was, when it was prepared, what was the medical word there at that time, we are not much aware. And I have made a very deep study of that. But these are the points not to be discussed today. They are to be taken care whenever we are sitting with the patient. Here, there is now yellow color is the links. And this chart indicates the type of temperament followed in many of the European and Muslim countries. Those days, I think during the 3rd to 12th centuries, and they have made a good use of that. So, temperaments, very little used in homeopathy, but they were widely used in other countries by those practitioners. In Ayurveda also, when we are talking about temperament, it refers to three dosha and three gunas. Whereas in other countries, they are 4 in number. In India, they are 3 in number. Now, it is a matter of research. Why? But the content of these 3 and content of those 4 are almost matching. When you go in the detail of that, if you open the link of everyone. Now here the table denotes, there are so many common points. For an example, affinity of those temperaments in each country. Almost they are similar, like Arabian, Greece, Rome, Unani, Egypt. In homeopathy also, temperaments are used by Dr. Roberts and Dr. Hahnemann also. There was some mention, but it is not so widely used. But the name which are used stand parallel with those used centuries before. That means, as per the temperament word is concerned, they are correlated. Somewhere there is some matching thing. Is used because the names are not matching, but their contents are matching. So we'll see now what is the affinity, what is the humor to which it relates. Temperament and the word humor are both interconnected. Many a time, many countries use humor instead of temperament. But humors are something different in Ayurveda. They are something like a Panch Mahabhuta. So here, the status of the temperament also is given. For an example, temperament sanguine is a gaseous, choleric is a plasma, then melancholic is and phlegmatic is liquid. Same way, what we use, psoriasis syphilis psychosis also has get status that one is gaseous, is liquid, and third is solid. Part of the discussion is not never taken place anywhere. Now let introduction. There were some definitions given by different countries. But before that, a small introduction that so where dur karvanu?
Screen sharing fari વાત કરો.
Yes, sir. There is a problem.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay.
Right, sir. Now, first person who has shaped it up was the Hippocrates, called father of medicine, and he divided the temperament as they are vocal today. There is no change even after 3,000 years before the things which were framed. And that is called as a sanguine, choleric, melancholic, and phlegmatic. They are advocated. Now, what for these temperaments are taken into use? The temperament give description about the health, its maintenance, and each temperament, what is the role of from which organ it is related, what is predominating system in each temperament. For an example, all the 4 temperaments are related to blood, flame in the sense, the secretion, mucus secretion or something like that. Yellow bile means it denotes the secretion from the pancreas and the gallbladder. And black bile. Now black bile is referring to central nervous system. Each temperament is linked to some organ or system. But other authorities use the word instead of temperament, the humor. After the Hippocrates, another medicos came in the field. His name was the Galen, and Galen, to his credit, are so much of the medical science. In addition to this temperament, he has labeled them the conditions, sensation, like one is hot, another is cold, one is dry, another is wet. Likewise, he has given the name, and each one is denoted for what type of temperament. Latin meaning of the temperament is the temper. Normally we call, see what type of temper he has got. Or even in cricket, the word is used many times that cricketer has tempered the ball. Means he has mixed something. So that is what temperament means, mix. It is a mixture of the physical and psychological entity of an individual. Every person carries 4 temperaments, but one of may be prominent and other may be dormant. So person is called. Same way as we are calling for the our miasm, that everyone carries 3 miasm, but one will be prominent, other 2 will be dormant. And when temperaments are mixed with each other, they form the combination like as we form in homeopathy, psoriasis syphilis, psoriasis psychosis, psychosis syphilis. Same way, here also 4-6 form mixtures are formed. Altogether, 4 plus 4, 8 and 1, 9 mixtures are on the record. Now, it has seasonal affinity and it has its own physical status also. But temperaments initially was not named as, they were named as the Apollo, Dionys, epidemics and paramethus. Later on, they were named as a, so before Hippocrates also there was the Empedocles, the medicos. He has named this. They indicate the features of the body and mind. They are instructed for. Also, there are very, very good instruction of the diet, better than in any other science. Dietary restrictions will, if the dietary restrictions are followed, it will reduce the drug intake. Now, different definitions are given in Ayurveda. In all the sciences, in all the countries, temperaments denotes the conditions of a complex of body and mind. One may be less, one may be more. So there is nothing to go in depth, and I am going to give you full detail of each one after this topic. In Ayurveda, the trigunas and tridoshas are included as a part of temperament. In Greek, the humors are called as a temperament. In Rome, it is a word used temper, and it is indicating the state of mind. Especially, they have given more force on the mind. In Unani, very good word, which are commonly used in India also, mijaj. इसका क्या मिजाज है, कैसा मिजाज है, means what type of personality. And the four temperaments sometimes called in Unani of four temperaments are called in Unani. They are Soda, Safra, Balgam, Hun, or Damvi, Balgamvi, Nafarvi, and Swadvi. They are the four names predominated. Again, in Egypt, Egypt is the country where the medical science developed faster, and it was most advanced even 3,000 years before, where they were more conscious about surgery, and they were using humorous words for the temperament. In homeopathy also, temperament word is used, and in the same name it is used. In naturopathy, temperament is a key concept in corresponding the fundamentals of traditional medicine. Now, surprisingly, I have brought the table for you that the temperaments were denoted 590 BC, means almost 3,000 years. And Ezekiel and Empedocles were before Hippocrates, means 200 years before Hippocrates, the name were given to the temperament. When the combinations are created, then it will be like this, but altogether 6 combinations can be made out of 4 temperaments, and 4 individual, means 10 groups are there. In homeopathy also we are doing this, and one more is there, that is trimiasmatic. Now here I am just putting a few words in front of you, where characteristic, there is a characteristic. In this list of the characteristics, I have collected from different sources, and it is little in haphazard manner, but words you will read out. For example, the main meaning of the choleric, sanguine, melancholic, and phlegmatic. In nutshell, if you want to understand, sanguine denotes the blood. An individual, when he is having a very good blood, he knows that my blood is very strong. It contains everything what is required. Then he feels himself very strong, brave, and he walks tall, enthusiastic, and he controls the crowd and all. That is the king's quality. Okay? But when a person has got a very good appetite, not like a king, but something less than like a leader of a armored, okay, chief of the army staff, something like that, they are all included into the choleric group. Whereas the person like banyas, those who do not want to work physically, but they survive by working mentally, they don't show up much in the crowd. They keep themselves hiding, use less word, and make more earning. So that is the melancholic. And phlegmatic means almost sick person. the secretions of the body, that is mucus secretion of the body, is more in this person, and almost all the characteristics which are mentioned here, you will find when you read individually. They belong to this type of, he is almost sick. We call janam se bimar hai. Okay? And the melancholic person, he is very cute. He is thinkful, planning. He doesn't come forward, but he can be very master. He remembers many things. So when it is a matter of comparison and dialogue, we are supposed to regularize all these, classify these symptoms and put them in a proper blocks. Here it is not that feasible to speak everything about each symptom. So in short, I will show a picture, very good picture, which gives the idea of for temperament. The blood belongs to air. In Ayurvedic compartment is air, and the flame belongs to Ayurvedic compartment of water, jal. That one was vayu. Black bile denotes earth, means Prithvi. And yellow, they are also having a characteristic of cold, wet, hot and dry. So each one has got 2 qualities, 8 qualities are there, and accordingly their symptoms will be available. But if you remember these characteristics, I think it will not be difficult when we come down our case taking and come to this decision that person is suffering from sanguine temperament, and I will give you some cases which are or some research done by few of our Indian people. I have got that data with me. Let us see. Comparative condition of each temperament. That is, for an example, they are compared with humor, elements, season. Now in Ayurveda, humors and elements are different. Temperament, humor and element. These, all the 3 are different, and they are having a different discussion also. Season affinity with autumn, winter, spring and summer. Mentally, melancholy is sad, phlegmatic is calm, sanguine is happy, because I just referred before also that his blood is okay and he feels very strong. He feels very strong and he shows his bicep and tricep muscles to everybody. And that is why he is happy. Whereas choleric is angry. You know, it belongs to bile. Bile leaves acidity. Acid means something hot. So he remains always angry. When organ affinity is concerned, one is related to CNS, another is to serous membrane, third is to the blood, and fourth is to the bile. Now, as their gunas or the nature is concerned, one is cold and dry. Cold and dry, another is cold and wet. That is phlegmatic. Whereas sanguine is a hot and wet, means very strong, but very cool. He doesn't simply jump in a small trivial matter. He has the quality of a king, whereas the choleric has the quality of the armored leader. Anytime anything talks, he takes out his gun or the sword. Homeopathy detail has been collected from a book written by Dr. Herbert A. Robert, in which a small few paragraph. Everyone should read of that. he has told that temperament is not everything. In addition to this temperament, there are so many things to be taken into consideration. It is just one of the support for understanding the patient's mind. Then some leading psychiatrists and psychologists of the foreign countries who have done very good study, and finally they have labeled as a melancholic as a learning, then phlegmatic as a avoiding, then sanguine as a social, and choleric as a ruling. Finally, another scientist also has got named melancholic depressed, phlegmatic schizoid means schizophrenic. Hysteric is the sanguine, and obsessive is the obsessive means he doesn't care for who is stand by, who is around him, whatever he wants to speak, whatever he wants to do, he does it. Now, choleric is a warm and dry. And he has, in addition to those points which are denoted here, there is a point to be noted for lifestyle. Few points I will just tell out, that when the people are hot, it is warm and dry. Now in homeopathy, they are going to be very useful because we are having a terminology aggravated by warm, ameliorated by a breeze of air, aggravated by water, or aggravated by heat, aggravated by seeing a snake and all. So there are so many, and here dietary describe what he should eat and what he should not eat. As I told you initially, food is a medicine. Our body is made out of food, and whatever is in the body has no relation with the food. So miasm is a part of our body. The temperament is a part of our body. So definitely the food has direct relation to that. Of course, in homeopathic philosophy, very little or no importance is given to food. In 4th or 5th edition, the dietary regime was included. But in Ayurveda, there is a very good list or a chart or a table in which the taste of a food, that is called rasa, madhur, amla, lavan, katu, tikta, kashay, and it has been correlated with the humors, miasm, and gunas. Same way here also they have correlated and tried to guide that a person who eats this thing, he should keep watch not to eat, or when he eats this thing, it will improve his miasm. Or when miasm is excess, he is guided to eat this, not to eat this, but eat this. It will be a counter. So there are two ways to enhance the reduced power of a temperament, and to reduce power of a temperament, to counter the temperament also there are some food indicated. We cannot discuss much about each one, but in general the people with warm and dry mizaj can experience a health life by consuming healthy life by consuming food with cooling characteristic. Yes, best na. But with cooling characteristic means person is hot, then he should take cool food. Person is slow, driven, cold, then he should take condiments. Likewise, advice is given, and each temperament has got a different list of the food stuff to be taken, not to be taken. So here we will not go individual. There is a lot of very long list. Here, we have not discussed about the Ayurveda. In India, we are supposed to know more about the Ayurvedic part of the temperament. If you are practicing Ayurveda, if you are interested in Ayurveda, but it carries a very good role. And 3 guna and 3 dosha. Dosha means fault. But at the same time, the mental faculties are discussed under the heading of 3 gunas. And 3 gunas are divided in 3, or they are given 3 labels: Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. If you are conversant with the Hindi or Sanskrit, we can come to know Sattva means Sattvic, the pure mental faculty. It is something near to saintism. A person with a Sattvic psyche, he cannot be controlled by anybody. He will be a superhuman, and these many mental faculties will be carried by him. He will be free from many terrestrial matter. Even money or gold or jewelry cannot change his mind. Whereas Rajas means, Raj means the micro mole. Raj means a part of sand, a molecule of a sand. That is called Raj. And he is a self-praised. If bravery and cruelty, Raj means Raja. If you take 4 letters, it will indicate Raja. And the king will have all these things, that he is so strong and steady, but he always will be planning for attacking somebody, increasing his wealth, increasing his area, territory. Okay. Even sometimes his appearance is so dangerous that even child looks at him, he will fall sick. When he speaks like a lion, roaring speech will be there. And Raja means king sitting in the territory, or sometimes in other words, the Senapati, the leader of a cavalry or the armored, also can be put in this, who talks always about the bloodletting, terrifying, killing, destroying, destruction, which can be related to our syphilitic miasm. Whereas the Sattvic part can be related to our psychotic miasm, but not in that psychotic sense, in the sense of the Prithvi part of the Ayurveda. And its description is little different. Unless it is read properly, it cannot be made use of and matched. So, Rajas means Raja, and third, the Varna Pratha was there in our India. It was based on this type of things, mentally and physical conditions, who used to keep their physics clean and neat. Those people who never used to keep it clean and neat, they use rubbish things, they use flashy things. They were not knowing anything, they were uneducated. These are all and misbelief, superstitious. Since in Ayurveda also there is one section called Bhut Vidya. 8 parts are there, one part is the Bhut Vidya. So this is almost relating to that. Tamsik means, iska dimag bahut tamsik ho gaya hai. We call it like this. What does that mean? Who never wait for anything. He gets angry very soon, very fast, and very speedily. And that is the tamas. And it is related to ghost and other vulture. The characteristic of ghost and vulture, or sometimes fish-like. Okay? So there is a description. Every physical characteristic, mental capacity, and emotional tendency of a human being can therefore be explained in the terminology. Now, here we have talked about the background of the what about how it is practiced? Normally, we are not finding any physician, but we are having it. I hope to change over. Huh?
Change करो
हाँ.
photos काढो ना
Hmm?
screen share નો option જ બતાવતો
Are you?
new share हाँ बस ત્યાં click કરો
It is only half shared. The page is only
Yes,
half
sir.
shared. Avoid watching sad like that. You just roll it.
click કરો sir.
Just a minute, sir. Compare temperament. This is the word. I will represent a article presented in the international journal.
Not shared, sir. It is
Not shared.
Sir,
It is not open, sir.
Just wait, sir. It is progress, under progress.
network ઓછો આવે છે
Little difficulty in network,
Yes.
and it is a yes. Are you able to see, sir?
It is not at uploaded, sir. Not at open, sir.
Not open.
It is stuck on there. Stuck
Yes, sir.
on the front page of the laptop
આપણે તો share કરી દીધું છે
computer.
આ
Sir.
share જ બતાવે છે તમારી
પેલી છોકરી ક્યાં ગઈ? બોલાય ને? પણ કીધું તો ખરા મેં કીધું બેસ ને. બોલે.
આવે છે સર
જલ્દી. કેટલા
હેલો હેતવી આવજે ને જલ્દી
દોડતે આવી કે
હા થોડું જલ્દી આવજે
from my side I don't think mute. Mute છે ને unmute
Sir,
કરો.
sir, please,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
sir, please do one thing. Sir, please stop sharing and start resharing.
ઓકે સર સ્ટોપ શેરિંગ કરજો
Stop
સ્ટોપ
sharing.
હા
And then reshare, sir.
sharing
Yes, sir.
અહીંયા share screen હા
Your video is also not visible. I think that is due to the
network problem
Yes.
one number હતું સર
Devanand PDF.
Is it now?
It is not at open, sir. Devanand PDF, I think. You are
Devanand PDF, yes.
but it is not at open, sir. It is closed. The file is not open.
Just wait, sir.
I think there is a big.
બેસ ને ઘડી ખોલજે.
ઓપન કરવાનું
ઓપન નથી થતી.
સ્ક્રીન શેર કરી સ્ક્રીન શેર કરી દો પણ વિઝિબલ નથી સામે હું તો બતાવું છું બતાવે છે શેર થયેલી છે શેર અહીંયાથી થઈ ગઈ છે બટ ત્યાં એ લોકોને વિઝિબલ નથી અહીંયા તો બતાવે જ છે સ્ક્રીન શેર તો થઈ ગયું છે સર
ours is open, sir. It shows here
but,
open.
but it has not come out, sir.
એક મિનિટ we'll
check
change
out.
over.
I think,
Okay,
sir,
ek
it is
minute,
not
ek
your mistake. It is due to the network problem.
Just wait, I will change the topic. Instead of this, I will bring the Word file if at all any problem is there.
I think it is because of the network problem, sir. You cannot even see your face now.
Yes. Now, US temperaments converted. Is it visible, sir? Hello?
It is not at open, sir.
Not at all.
Not at, sir. Sir, you
From
can.
in our,
Sir, sir, can you do?
okay, I will speak. I will speak orally.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can speak that without even without sharing. That is better, I think.
Without sharing, I will continue.
Yes, sir. You can continue, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, from the एक minute. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Matter of only
Sir,
10 minutes.
sir, your network is.
Now you are visible, sir.
Yes, sir. I just
You are
stopped my
visible to
video.
me.
Yes, sir. Sir, video is not visible because there is some network.
Okay, now I have two articles. One from
Sir, can directly
Karnataka.
speak, sir. Sir, you can watch and then
I will speak out. I will speak out.
only.
Data only. It is a data-matic.
Okay, sir.
That article belongs to
We can present the same
Alfonso.
in the second part, sir. No problem. You
Ah,
can you can stop the screen sharing and then directly go to go on, speak.
okay. But I need that article to be open.
Yes, that you can open and you can see in your computer, sir.
Bolo.
You can see the
Okay,
computer.
okay, sir. Okay, we are doing it.
Yes, that's
There is some problem going on.
that's as there is some network problem with you. It's not your mistake, but the network is weak.
Okay, right, sir. Now this article is from by Alfonso, who was doing PhD in Department of Organon, Formula. Given a good detail, give some good examples of data.
Still, the
We
network
should
is,
about it. Here,
sir, you can do one thing. You can close the video and then speak. There is breaking of sound, sir. The clarity is not there.
I'll close the video. Close. Kar de.
And then you can speak that. And then I think.
Now it is closed.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
So
sir.
here are some data to be taken. A number of medicines which were used and which are labeled for there is a long list, but maximum medicines are used in a calcarea group, ferrum, gelsemium, kali group, then lycia, natrum, sepia platina, and each medicine is labeled as a sanguine, choleric, sanguine 3 marks, choleric 2 mark, and nervous 1 mark, and all. So it is a task which requires a lot of energy and time also. But whatever is prepared is to be cross-verified, must be. And there is no logic that it has been selected on what. There are some cases given at the end of this article or the thesis. He has done it in the topic of temperament shades in a few polycrust remedies, where he has described about lachesis, phosphorus, lycopodium, nux vomica, natrum mure, auremat, pulsatilla, calcarea, argentum, arsenic. So these drugs are selected and they are put in the repertory. So in the repertorial concept, Bryonia, Chamomilla, Ferrum and Hyoscyamus, Naxomis are 4 mark. Mind rubrics are temperament, phlegmatic. I think there is one software somebody prepared in India based on temperament. Who? That girl, that lady from Bombay, Umranwala, Sehnaz, who died, I think. Huh? You know name?
No, sir.
I think there is one, and that is the name of the software is a temperas or temperature, something like that. And it is used for specially those persons who are very much interested in temperaments. And she used to deliver the lecture on that. And it was really nice. In Baroda also, once I have heard the total lecture. Then he has classified he has isolated the drugs according to temperament and repertorized that on the basis of constitution. Again, word constitution is used. Now, you cannot have the watertight compartment between the constitution and the temperament. In homeopathy also, they are misnomered in place, one is in place of another. However, the individual has put lot of efforts to prepare this, and he has attached the rubrics also along with that, and all rubrics belongs to the mind part. Mostly they are belonging to mind part. The physical part is missing. I told you initially also that temperaments is not only the mental faculty, because atha mana tatha sharira. So whatever is the mind, that will be body, and whatever is the body, that will be mind. A person phlegmatic but working in the furnace or in a hot area maybe sometime adopting the faculties of the melancholic. So their temperaments are likely to sometime change, but not as a whole, because they are inbound entity and they are derived from the cells of mother and father. Derivation. We can change. Factorial changes may be there. That need pregnancy, mother and father. There are the parents are surprised that why the child is not
Sir, the sound is breaking, sir. I think we can make
okay.
we can make it in some other day so that everybody can hear it. We can have a discussion for the time being, sir. Can you open the video, sir, once again? As there is some technical problem, we are unable to continue the session. We can have some little bit of discussion. Sir is about to join, but still, sir's the audio and video is not connected. And as you all know that the temperament of a person is definitely a good thing to detect the patient in the shortest possible time, because once you get a case and then you analysis the case and then you get some remedies with equal marks, then you may be in trouble. Then this temperament of a person can definitely help you to choose the medicine in the shortest possible time. And of course, you can go ahead with the temperament concept to choose the right remedy. I think this is the point I would like to add to this session, and those who want to have a discussion can raise your hand so that we can go ahead with this discussion. As we all know that there are four types of temperament, as sir was saying, but sir was saying telling about the how these temperament develop in a person and how it transfers a person into a different person. Of course, we all know that we cannot change a temperament of a person, and we can modify, but we can modify the temperament of a person. This is what I have seen all throughout my career. But of course, all of you can make your suggestions also in this session. I invite Dr. Neha Kakar, Dr. Hariharan sir, RAMABHAI Ambari madam, all to speak about this temperament. Yes, Dr. Neha. Yes, you can unmute yourself.
Yes. As rightly said by Dr. Patel, that temperament can be play and disposition can play a very major role, and how he correlated the different temperaments of homeopathy with that of which I mentioned in the Vedic texts, and also how there is similarity in homeopathy and tamasic temperaments. So obviously this plays a very major role, and every homeopath needs to take into the account of these temperaments, as because most of the medicines which are mentioned in the Materia Medica, they take in account of these different temperaments. Like tuberculinum has a tubercular miasm behind it, carcinosin has a cancer background, where we see the syphilitic background. Then we have medicines like arsenic, merc soluble bis, and which also have syphilitic background. Then we have medicines like medorinum, thuja, which have a psychotic background. And there is like the rajas, or the which you can say the psychosis going behind. Similarly, we have the sora, which takes in account of the more of the superficial part of the symptoms, not delving into the deeper part. So yes, this is what we can reinforce this concept, and all the homeopaths should adopt the basic background of these predispositions.
Yes, exactly. That is what sir was telling in this session. And I think Dr. Hariharan sir can add a little more on that. Please unmute, sir. And there are two phones. There are two Hariharan sir. Somebody, madam, will be adding something more.
For sanguine temperament, we used to give high potency. I am telling my practice, and choleric also we give high potency. Then melancholic and phlegmatic and nervous, we give low potency. I have see the one Parnee's Homanwala the seminar was there. In that, she has told. I think so. That is what I want to tell.
Exactly. These are the things we have to study from the textbook. This Parnaswala doctor is a person who has made so many presentation in all part of India, and particular and nationally and as well as internationally she has presented. And all those studies were really excellent, and that's how most of us aware about the importance of this temperament study. And there were three junior doctors came over here, and they also presented a little bit of the same. This is what I would like to add. And of course, the time is about to finish, and I invited Dr. Boblim to say a few things on this temperament presentation by Dr. R.A. Patel, sir. And then you can say the auto thanks to the session also. Dr. Boblim, are you there? Please unmute yourself. Yes.
Hello, I'm sorry, I'm out in the outskirts. The internet is not very good. I'm just come out from the jungle to the village, so now only I have the internet line, but there was some interruption, so I couldn't follow properly the the talk by Doctor. What? Sorry, about the temperament.
Dr. R.A. Patel.
Doctor. The Doctor. What's the name? Ajit
Dr.
Pradeep.
R.A. Patel.
Ajit Pradeep, is it? Yeah, Dr. Ajit Pradeep. But there's it's good that you show how it's related to the homeopathy temperament. See? So I think there are sometimes that we have to look into the temperament, because sometimes we don't get what do you call that significant general what symptoms and all this. So it's too general. So sometimes we have to look into the mycelium part and the temperament, so we can have a good result. Yes, on behalf of the IFPH, I would like to say our big thank you and our deepest appreciation to Dr. Ajit Pradeep for his sharing. I hope he can share some what do you call that cases in the near future with us, how he approach the cases with his temperamental system. Okay, thank you very much once again. And thank you, Dr. Danesh, for inviting me. Thank you very much.
Sir has joined once again. Sir, as there was some network problem, we were not able to continue, but still we continued the discussion, and Dr. RAMABHAI can say once again the auto thanks to RAMABHAI Patel, sir.
Thank you, sir. R.A. Patel, sir. Very nice. Really.
Yes, sir.
Temperament. Very good role. According to homeopathic, miasmatic, and trigunaत्मक temperament, according to Satogun, Rajogun, and Tamogun, and Ayurvedic
Yes, sir.
temperament by Ifph. So, very nice presentation. Really beautiful described temperament. Behalf of IFPH, thank you. Very thanks, sir.
Still,
Technical problem.
yes, sir. Still there is a network problem.
Technical problem.
Thank you very much, sir, for the excellent session. And tomorrow we will have a session from Dr. Avi Sharma, PhD and MD Homeopathy. He is a senior homeopathy consultant, Henman Homeopathy Clinic, New Delhi, and we'll be talking about tonsillitis clinical aspect with homeopathic treatment. Thank you all. Good night, and we will
Thank
see
you,
you
sir.
back again. And hope R.A. Patel sir will be presenting the second edition of the same with some good ideas. Yeah. Thank you all. Good night. It is over to Dr. P. Shaila to moderate the Malayalam session. So.